don't know if the rest of us really are grasping the full, powerful moment that we're having here, but to use a cardinal illustration, it's like the Catholic Church having the Pope and the Cardinal at the same time. This is pretty exciting to have that kind of. This is the Pentecostal equivalent of our Pope and our Cardinal. Straight from the Missouri Vatican, yeah, sure, and I know that you all are just very busy men, and when you go from district to district, you don't get to meet all the ministry, and so you probably have not had time. But we like to introduce all 6 pastors to you.
First, straight from Russia, Russia and Norway, we've got Brother Timothy Olsen, and if Brother Timothy Olsen would stand, now he's not like other Russian people. Brother Mark, you could probably.
And usually when I think about Russians, I just think cold-hearted individuals. KGB, but no, yours is not an ounce of mean or harm in him. You're just a precious brother.
Very precious.
Let's make him feel like he's here today. Brother Bernard and Brother Jones, we really have some really biblical pastors here. When I think of our ministry that's here in this building today, you're just found in the Bible. And I think of Brother Drexel. Where's Brother Drexel here today?
Would you stand, Brother Drexel, please? Would you stand so everyone knows you're here?
I think of the prophet Elisha. Just a holy man of God with a holy mantle. But that story in the Bible, you know, where he's walking and some kids,
Powerful.
they make fun of him. I don't remember why they make fun of him, but...
All his hair was gone.
Oh, that's right. You know the rest of the story, but let's make him feel welcome. Just a rock star he is. Just a rock star.
And next, I got the extreme honor to introduce to you someone very, 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 very prominent in our district. Brother Rob Brown, if you could please stand. And there's some powerful scriptures backing up that rod. You think of Aaron's rod and how it beautifully blossomed into this terrific, beautiful thing. And every time I read that story, I get tears because I think of Brother Rob Brown. And just look at how beautiful he's blossomed.
Just a tick
and
rock.
he continues to blossom with age. It's just an incredible thing.
I know Brother Mark Brown from Watertown's not here today. But I think of that story in the Bible of Zacchaeus. And, just a man that really wanted to see Jesus. And he was climbing away in the tree. And Jesus is like, come here, little guy. He picked up Zacchaeus and just took him over the house. So we wish Brother Mark Brown was here. God bless him.
Even if Mark was here, if he was to stand up, you still wouldn't be able to see him. He's so small.
Pray for the little people.
And then straight from the Benjamin tribe. And we've got Brother Benjamin, if he would please stand.
You know, when I think of Brother Benjamin, I think of the day of Pentecost. Oh, yeah. You know, on the day of Pentecost, the fire just sat upon each of them. He's still got the Pentecostal fire. Let's make him feel like he's here. You know, there's one last individual, and we just love our district intendant. He's just a very, very super independent guy. And Brother Bernard, Brother Jones, you got nothing to worry about. They're just good people. And I believe Jesus said it best when talking about our district superintendent. He said the fields are white. And they are ready to harvest. Let's give him a big hand. His brother, the book guy, Brother Dewey. Brother Dewey, is Brother Dewey here? We appreciate Brother Dewey. Just I never met a greater passion for books. It's good to have him here today. He was kind of giving us a tour there of his a bookshop. And
Brother Munchkin and I, we're very avid readers, and we were going through many of the books that he had there, and there was this long line of this one man, I believe Brother Bernard's books, just line after line of books, and then a couple of Brother Jerry Jones's books, and Brother Munchkin here found a great, fantastic book.
Yeah, you know, they say that saying you can't judge a book by its cover. That's so wrong. I judge books by their cover all the time. And so when I look at it, if I don't like that cover, I'm just not judging it. And so I'm looking through the Brother Bernard and Brother Jones, and I saw a few okay covers, and but then one of them caught my eye. It sure did. And I was walking, and I saw Eminem had a brother. And I love M&M's. So I haven't read the book yet, Brother Jones, but I'm going to read Eminem Had a Friend. Because I'm interested to see where you're going with that book.
Brother Bernard, you have so many books, and we were looking at some of your books, and we started realizing your books are so hard to read for us. You're at such a high intellectual level compared to us. Obviously, but we couldn't understand what your words were saying.
Yeah, did Brother Dewey, he was showing us some of your books there, he was, yeah, sure. And I bought some, he had a really good sales pitch, you know. And I looked at it, and I had to get my dictionary just to understand the title of your book.
They weren't even in the dictionary, were they?
I didn't even find them. Las Doctrinas de Nuevo Testamento. You really need to know your Greek to get those books. It's a deep thinker right there.
So Brother Bernard and Brother Jones, we were sitting there last night and we were talking. What are some suggestions that we think might help you guys sell more books and help us people understand your writings? And Brother Mark came up with a really good one.
Yeah, I'm a picture guy person. and so when I'm opening the books, I'm looking, you know, I think I could save you guys a lot of time. So, you know, they say a picture says 1,000 words. Think about what 10 pictures in your books would be. That's 10,000 words. You save a lot of time.
And then we were thinking some more, and I'm a big fan of pop-up books. And looking at Brother Bernard's the Oneness book, and I thought, wow, he wouldn't even have to write anything. He could just put a pop-up in there, one God pop-up.
That's a great idea.
Look at the time you guys would say that just doing this.
No, it's not free, it's just one every time. That's really good. That's really good. Back to Brother Jones, your book that I bought at Eminem Had a Friend. There's this technology, it's called scratch and sniff. If you put that in your book, and you're just wondering what M&M smelled like, you just scratch. It really just puts you in the spot here.
Now, for everyone here who loves to read, Brother Munchkin and I, we go to a certain man in this district to get advice on what kind of books we should be reading. And so we went to Brother Rob Brown and asked him, you look at all these books.
He's a librarian's librarian.
This is true. Yeah, you betcha. So we asked Brother Brown, who do you think is a better author, Brother Jerry Jones or Brother Bernard?
I don't know if you guys ever think about, you ever compete, like who's got more book sales or, So we thought we asked the librarian over there what he thought about your guys' writing.
Now, buckle up, guys, because this is pretty serious.
So we
stuff.
say, well, would you go Brother Bernard or would you go Brother Jones? And he said Joyce Meyer or Joel Osteen. I don't care what he says, I like your guys' book.
Even if we don't understand them, we like yours a lot better than theirs.
But this brings brings us to the real reason my brother Fields put on this whole thing for you guys.
This wasn't just he said it was about ministers getting together, but
It's
there was
really
more
not.
behind it than what you think.
No, the reason why we brought Brother Bernard and Brother Jones here is because the district board and Brother Fields asked us to try to make them consider to have general conference in South Dakota. So I know this might seem like a difficult sales pitch, but we came up with a list of 7 reasons why you should have general conference in South Dakota. So starting off at number 7, it's known that preachers like to hunt and fish, and we got both of them here.
So when you have those breaks in between sessions, all the hunters can go out and go hunting and fishing, and yeah, it's be a great time. The next one we came up with, and I know this may sound carnal, but casino hotels are very, very cheap here.
You can really get a good rate at a casino hotel.
And all you can eat buffet is very, very cheap.
Reason number 5, you guys probably never did this before, but if you have general conference here in South Dakota, you can have it outside. I think that would be a conference to remember.
And the reason it has to be outside is because there's no place big enough to hold all those people. But the next one was so that everyone could see the harvest. General conference is during the harvest time. And so you could come and watch the combines harvest the corn and read all that stuff. And it would become real to the ministers. The fields are white and ready to harvest. They could see the harvest taking place.
I'm feeling something on that one.
Yeah.
That'll preach. Reason number 3. Why we should have general conference here in South Dakota, now don't you know? Is that South Dakota, whether you gentlemen know this or not, it has the world's only corn palace. It is the only palace in the world made out of corn, and ain't nobody ever seen that.
Now, our next reason, you deal with money, Brother Jones, and you gotta save money in this economy that we have, and you guys I bet go through a lot of bottled water when you go to general conference. If you have it here in South Dakota, you can get free ice water at Wall Drug.
There is free water at Wall Drug. It's all about being a good steward. And the number 1 reason that we personally believe that we ought to consider having general conference here in the good old state of South Dakota is this number 1 reason. The cold weather keeps out the riffraff. So next time there's a holy vote, we're going to have a holy vote. Amen. We're so awesomized that you guys had us here today, and remember, vote General Conference, South Dakota.